What's up, everyone? Nethervoid here. Welcome back to Satisfactory Season 2, Episode 27 here. Really excited about this, and I found a problem. First of all, look at how many cars we got here. 3. Now I'm like, that's really weird. I don't have any 3-car systems. We used to have them for, I don't know, 20 episodes or something. Right? So we don't do that. We build 4-car systems, or now we have a 1-car system, right? So I think this guy just didn't get his 4th cart. There. Now he's got his 4th cart, and I feel like the load balancer helped take care of that issue, basically. Like we didn't notice it because it was taking in 4 belts, really it was 3, and then switching it to 4. So it was kind of like a 3 to 4, but it wasn't balancing it. As you can see, this is not balanced anymore. So, the problem really here is, well, I guess this guy this guy has nothing. So I think what we do is we take some off of this guy and just put it onto this guy, I guess. I know it just took all my pipes, but I think that's fine. Because we gotta balance these more. Right? We need to balance these. Let's do it with this guy too. Got to balance them by hand a little bit here. Because now this train's all screwed up. So, I think that's relatively fixed. I think we should... I'll keep watching it probably. Because I want it to be... I want to be sure... Oh yeah, it's trying to fill up the box now that we took stuff out of it. So that's good. It's getting stuff off the train. That's what I wanted. Right? We want this train to leave. Because this guy is empty. In fact, let's do it again. And fill this box up and get it more even with the rest of the system here. And now when it goes back, it'll fill up everything evenly. So it'll be fine. If we didn't have a load balancer on this system, we'd have been screwed for sure. This would have screwed us over. So... he's going to take off of there. I'm sure these trains will pretty soon probably empty those cargo containers right there, and then it'll probably take off. So last episode, what we did is we set up rotors, and you can see they're right there. Still making a lot of rotors because we're not backed up. We were making a lot of iron plate, too. Actually, we stopped. We were all full because we set this up to a box. But in between episodes, I did finally set up an actual receiving train system over there for supply. Which is good because the first thing we're going to do today needs that. So, I didn't really know that. I just kind of got lucky. Is my flashlight on? Yes. Okay, great. So today what we're going to do, I wanted to again talk about factory tours. I think I did not mention it last episode. I'm going to mention it for a couple of episodes. Send me your .save files, and I would love to go through some of your guys' factories and kind of check them out and do factory tours. I think that'd be really cool. I used to do subscriber replays back a long time ago when I was doing World of Tanks. I had a lot of fun doing it. Everybody had a lot of fun watching it. I love, again, it's supposed to be a community channel. It's not really just a I talk to you channel. That's why I interact with every comment, every comment while I can right now. If there gets to be a point where I can't, well, then I can't. But I do try to do as much interaction as possible. I'm already talking about, I'm going to be setting up a Discord server probably within a week or two. And I've got a couple other ideas for how we can interact more. So factory tours is one way, another way we can interact more, right? The stream every Monday, which is actually today's Monday, so it'll be happening tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific. That's another way we can interact, and I want to increase the interaction. A long time ago when I first started this channel, 10 years ago, by the way, we had a lot of interaction. We played together. We did, well, World of Tanks is a lobby game, so it's really easy to do. Single-player games, a little bit more difficult. Well, this does have multiplayer, but it's not an MMO or something, okay? It's not Call of Duty. Oh, here we go. The train is emptying, finally. But anyway, so I'm trying to figure out ways to interact more. I think my next game is going to be Ark Unleashed, or whatever it's called, because I was checking out Conan, and I think it's dropped off. Like somebody said, they had a release, and it was cool for a little bit, but Ark is really up there, and Ark is, I think, more built for multiplayer, if I'm not mistaken. Tell me if that's correct in the comments or not. So I think having a multiplayer playthrough of that is actually a better idea. Tell me in the comment section if you do play Ark and if you'd be interested in that. I'm thinking about also making that... Yeah, there it goes. It's going to go get more pipe now. I'm thinking about possibly bringing that in as a membership benefit or a Patreon benefit, is to be able to play on those servers. I don't really want to link it so closely with paying. I don't like that. I want membership bonuses to be more like skins in a game, where like you can have the exact same experience as anybody else. But if you want these skins, basically, these, what are they called? Like, just perks that are for looks, you can get those with memberships or Patreon. Really, just support the channel if you feel like it. I don't want the user experience in my channel to differ significantly, if I can help it, by whether or not you have money. I'm not a big fan of that. To me, that's not community oriented either. I just never have liked that. Anyway, tell me what you think about that too. I want it to be, what's it called? It's just window dressing only, like, right? Anyway, I'm having this problem with the words. Anyway, we should get into this. It's 5 minutes in. We haven't even built anything yet. Train fixed. I've got everything else set up now to do frames right here and to do industrial case beams right here. I went ahead and kind of, oh, I did not align these guys, so we'll do that in a second. I tried to set it up a little bit so we can get 2 things done on this episode, and now that we've seen the assembly build a couple times, like, we don't need to keep seeing it. But I guess we do need to set this up, because I didn't set this part up yet. So let's do this. You can at least see me kind of do what I do here with kind of straightening everything out. Well, I don't have my cursor, but I don't think it matters. It must be a little bit of a bug or something. So, again, just kind of doing this, straightening this guy out. I like to micromanage these guys to save some space. Now I have a cursor again. Again, I don't know. That's kind of weird. So tell me what you think in the comment section about all the things I talked about the channel. I updated my banner recently. I'm just kind of doing some house cleaning as far as updating things and getting the channel back up and running properly. And then getting a second game, again, just things like that. I'm really having a hard time over here. Can you help out? Yeah. Why don't we just do this then? Actually, if we set up the power first, I probably will have an easier time. So let's just do that real fast. That probably looks good. And then this guy, we'll just literally plug him into. So, yeah, and actually, I'm noticing this time around of updating the channel that I'm having a lot of fun with it. In the past, I've tried to restart my channel, and I never wanted all these business things you kind of have to do to run a channel like this. I was not interested in doing them. I was like, no, CBA, I can't be asked. I just don't feel like, you know, setting up a Discord server or redoing my banner or just things like that. I was like, yeah, I mean, I need to do it, I know, but I'm not doing it because I'm not having fun doing it. And this time I am having fun, again, like I did 10 years ago, basically. So, we're seeing that happening, and I think this time around, much more knowledgeable about how to do YouTube, obviously, because I've been doing it a while. Alright, so we managed that, we micromanaged that. Did we micromanage this? No. So that's right, we stopped to get me some power. So let's get this done as well, and then we will be ready to build things. This one's always a little harder because I can't see. I'm kind of eyeball it between these two guys. Yeah, it looks about right. I can't see where it sits on the little platform thing as well. Same thing here. We'll foot that easily. And I can't see where it normally sits. So let's do something like, I want to say it's more like that. Let's go check this guy real fast. He should hang over just a tiny amount. Yeah, okay, good. Propagate that out. So anyway, it's going to be a great time. This week, I probably do want to get that Discord server set up. I think everybody's going to have access to it. It's not like you have to be a member or a Patreon person to get access to it. I think having everybody have access to it is totally fine. I do want to get some perks for the server, though, because, you know, I do want to give someone... I mean, it's nice to just support your favorite content creator, just because, right? But I also think it's kind of cool to get something from it. Like, it's a scratch your back, scratch my back thing. I don't think... and content is great. It's great to get content for supporting, but you're going to get that anyway, so... Yeah, that's how I think about it, at least. Okay, so why don't we set up all the logistics first? We also need to request things. We probably should have done that first. Why don't we set the trains up for these guys, and then we can get the requests moving. This is going to be an easy one because I need pipes myself. Oh, that's right. I dumped all my pipes. I gave them away. Actually, let's just get some pipes out of here. Let's get... who has the least amount? Probably... Well, these guys probably have the most. So why don't we get... 2 stacks of these guys. There we go. make these trains, and then we can get it moving. This guy is our first, I'm calling him subcomponent request. It's going to get me reinforced iron plate, so that's kind of neat. It's just a one car. I've thought, okay, if I get to a point where I need a two-car system for these, I'll expand it. It's not going to be super easy to do, but it's also not going to be super difficult, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. I've done that before. Let's edit the timetable. We want to go to supply. Should be way down here. Supply reinforced iron plate. Go get that until you're full, which should be very fast because I think it's already done. It's already full up. And then you're going to go down to mechanical frames, or whatever this is, modular frames, I think it is, and you're going to wait until it's empty. And we're going to save that, turn it on. It's really simple. That guy's ready. Now this guy is going to be a concrete train, first one ever. First time we've really used it for anything but me just building things. Concrete doesn't have a lot of automated uses, which is kind of good actually, because we would need to build a lot more of it, right? So we don't want to do that. Who wants to? Alright, this is a really old build, so it should be super simple. I think it's, yeah, supply conc. It's just concrete. It's not a building material. It's just concrete. I might actually have to go change that, because I think that I'd say that's a raw material. But for now, it is what it is. This is going to be industrial case beams. Let's say until forever. You're just going to do this forever. Let's do it. Alright, this guy should be off and running. He is. Now let's set up the one final train up here, which is going to be the second of steel pipes. I changed it to S-pipe, steel pipe, because I had to put a 1 and a 2 on it. So we're going to literally have another guy going to get this stuff. And that's correct. But why don't we put him over here? Let's put him in the station, I guess. That's backward, because these are actually turned around. I kind of don't like that now. I kind of wish I built them both the same way. Would have been a little bit easier, I think, to remember and not so complicated, but it is what it is. All right, this guy needs to get supply pipes, steel mill pipes, right? And now there's going to be 2 of these guys going in there, so I'm glad I have that little that area where if there's a train in there loading up, they can wait for the second train to go in. So I think in those areas where we're picking up a lot of stuff, demand is only ever going to have 1 train. Probably. It's probably not going to have 2 trains for the demand. Supply could have multiple guys trying to get at it, okay? So it's really important, I think, to have enough space to have 2 trains in there. Alright, now we're going to want it for industrial case beam, I guess. No, that's wrong. In fact, the other train is also wrong. So why don't we get out of this real quick? We set that other train up wrong. Why can't I fly? Oh, I've been in a train. So we need to edit the train that just left. And I think we can do it just from doing this. Supply of concrete. This one needs to come back. This, see, it needs to be demand. This is wrong. It should be demand concrete. There we go. And I want you to do it till you're empty. And I don't care how long it takes. There, that's better. Okay. So it's going to fill up. Oh, it's on its way. It had to start up again. Okay, that's fine. So it's going to go over to the concrete station right there, fill up, and then it's going to come back and just drop it off. Man, I almost screwed that one up. Alright, so this guy, he's going to supply steel mill pipes until he's full, which we just sent a guy over there, so hopefully we don't have another train that needs to go there, because we're going to be kind of out of luck. To demand pipe 2 until you're empty. Alright. There we go. He's going to go try to go get some. He's going to have to wait in line, so it might take a while for this guy to get back. We're going to have to up a lot of our stuff. After this build right here, we've got to update. We've got to start expanding, because we're just not going to have... Our throughput on like steel and iron and stuff is just not going to keep up. But we knew that. We knew that going into it. Totally fine. But we're going to get the modular frames and encased industrial beams online here. Or is it industrial... Wait, what? Industrial encased beams? Encased industrial beams. Oh, it is encased industrial beams. Well, that's wrong then. Let's just go fix it real fast while I'm thinking about it. I set this station up with the wrong, improper name. So then what we're going to do is relocate the hub, because I think after this we're going to have most of the stuff that was in our original base is going to be here now. Yeah, see, this is encased industrial beam. There we go. And then we can just rip that old part of the factory out. Only thing I'm going to leave down there is the quartz build, which is still something I haven't moved. And then that's it. I'm going to move the hub over here. Oh, I'm going to leave probably the bio burners on there just because I can use them if I need them. Kind of cool. But everything else is going to get deleted. Okay, so we're back here. We need to start setting up the logistics for this. We're going to take these steel pipes and just literally steal them. Funny, right? So let's actually start setting that up. What I'm going to do is rip this out, rip this out. We're actually going to rip all of this out. Because now these two are actually going to go that way. And I think this guy can just direct connect. So let's just rip him out as well. Let's direct connect this guy. How did this guy go? Where did they go down? I think here's good, right? Then we just kind of do that. That seems fine to me. This guy is just going to direct connect over here. Right? Super easy, I think. We're going to just line him up. And then do that. Simple enough. Super easy. Now these guys, I do want them to turn. And I think I'll just run them like I did these two belts. In fact, I could just put them... Well, this guy has to come down right there. But yeah, you know, it probably is a good idea. Let's do that. Let's just stack this up a little bit. Because I think it will be better that way. Let's turn this guy. I don't know where he's going to end up. Okay, he's going to end up right there. Because he's going to have to go up onto, you know, one of these lift things, right? He's got to go up here. So I'm going to turn him. And I don't know if he's going to be able to get up there. Why don't we just do this then? Let's see if he can get all the way up to there. He can. Sweet. So then I'll just take him around. And he can go down to here. Perfect. Now this guy, same thing. Except he's got to go up even higher. So this is going to be really tough. Let's turn him as well. And we're going to turn him as far back as possible. Well, I think it's that. Because he's got to go up higher. He's got to go up to 4. Might need a lift for this guy. Please make it. Nope, need a lift. That's okay, that's okay. Let's just do a lift for this guy. Like that. Okay, well, it is what it is. And that's fine. Okay, now let's do this. Because he's going to turn, right? Sweet. Looking sweet, looking sweet. Now, this is where you have to make sure you get the lift and not that guy. I'll put it back just so it's correct. Like, just so it looks like it's being supported. But I don't want to get that conveyor belt. It will not touch the lift. Okay, there we go. Now, let's drop this guy down as we approach this. We'll put all of them in. We're going to need all of them, right? We'll drop this guy down, like... How are we doing this? Pretty much to that line right there. So we go like this. Yeah, that looks good. We'll have pipe on the inside this time. We'll put reinforced iron plate on the outside. So that means this guy is going to have to... He's going to be up here, and then we're going to bring him down. He's going to literally go all the way down to 2 if we can help it. Let's get him all the way down here. This is sweet. This little interior logistics bus is kind of cool. I really love how this is working out. All right, now we need these guys. We don't. I mean, we could have done this before or whatever, whenever we wanted, really. But let's get these guys in the mix now. I don't believe it uses a lot of these guys, so I think this is going to be super easy. And I don't want it like that. I want it like all the other ones. It's going to face in, right? It's going to be like that. And I don't know if that's correct because it's not blue. There we go. So this guy does this. Then we're on the wrong thing, technically speaking, I guess. And then he turns like that. Right? Then we're just going to literally split him. So let's go back to, I don't know, here. And then we're going to use a splitter. Because we only have one line of this guy, so we do need to split. But we should probably split over here. Because we're going to need space. Why don't we split in the middle? We can do that. And it's a little extra belt, but I think it's okay. In fact, let's do this backward. So that's way easier to draw. There. Now we can do this, come this way. Nope, wrong. This is all wrong. What I should have done probably is put these in. And then just, like, literally linked it up. Cool. Okay, now I should know where the splitter goes. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Do it again. Back this direction. Cool. Then he just hooks up. Boom. Okay, so let's do the same thing over here. First, we're going to do this guy. Because he's going to have to drop down. So he's a little more important than the other belt, which just goes all, you know, underneath. It's super simple. Then we're going to drop him to here like we have done in the past. Boom. Easy peasy. Alright, let's do this because I like to have the belts there. And then same thing with this guy, super easy as well. Boom. That's it. That's the whole thing. As soon as we get those plates, which shouldn't take long. Oh, filling. It should be done-ish. Is that guy there? Where the hell is he? Can he not get there? Well, he left. Oh, he's stuck. Wait, I told him to come back to the wrong station? What are you doing over here? Oh my god, I did it to this guy too. Oh, I did do this. Okay, yeah, it's because it's all messed up. Okay, first, let's turn off self-driving. This is wrong. Demand. This is the wrong one. He's probably full. Is this guy full? Let's look. Yeah, he's got as much plate as he's ever going to have. Let's back him up. I don't care where he ends up. He just needs to be before this. There you go. Stop. Okay, now I can add in... This is wrong. We need demand. Did I name the station wrong? It's possible. Yeah, demand iron plate. Right there. Until you're empty. And 0. Save. Save changes. Turn on self-driving. Now he knows what to do. And this guy is coming in, I want to say, with our concrete. No, he's... Okay, he's the pipe guy. Well, that's cool. So pipe is keeping up. And this is still unbalanced. We'll fix that in a second. This guy's pipe, right? Yeah, he's pipe guy. Good. And this is the plate guy. So that's good. It's weird seeing a train with one car on it. So we'll get plate in here. Let's see if we can maybe, again, balance this guy a tiny bit. Because he's already unloaded all of his stuff for those guys. We're going to try to balance him out. We can't. Well, crap. We'll have to wait. Alright, so we're getting plate now. We've got everything we need. We need a way to get down there from here. I'll figure that out off camera. I don't feel like dealing with it right now. Okay, plate. No, really, plate. Why don't we have plate? I didn't tell it to unload. Now it's going to go back around. Oh my god! I always forget that. See, it took off again. God damn it. We got to tell him unload. Let's tell this guy too. Let's tell all these guys. They're just not going to unload. They're just going to keep going in circles. Which is really... You know, I don't care for these other guys because I'm waiting on them. I'm only waiting on the reinforced iron plates. Everything else is fine. This is actually for the next build, so I don't really care. Alright, so he went back to the supply also. He'll just roll right through there. It's a good thing this doesn't cost us any fuel, because if it did, we'd have just wasted a lot. Alright, so now that guy should come back. Yeah, he's already coming back. Luckily, it's a short trip to just go to the other side of the assembly plant. It's really simple. Also, as you can tell, I'm kind of... feel like I'm running out of space already. But that's okay. We already know we're going to build some of that over there. I've got a lot of space on that side, too, to put more of these dudes in. I love the stacking train system. It's working out perfectly, though. That is faux show. I also miscalculated where I should put this build right here. As you can see, I have 2 foundations here and 0 here because I corrected. I want 1 foundation between each of the factory spaces. All right, now we should have this stuff because I fixed everything. As soon as you go, you hear the little horn. That means it stopped. I didn't hear a horn. Oh, a horn means it's leaving. Oh, it's got to lift it all and all that stuff. Okay, well, let's go actually build it now because we're trying to build 2 builds in this, and if we don't hurry up, we're not going to make it. We want splitters. Well, we can just do 6 is a splitter, and then we're going to put it right here, right? Am I on the wrong side? Yeah, okay, here's the other guy right here. So he is right there. And I want him about there? Is that right? Oh my god, I don't want that. Is that correct? No. He needs to be right... I want to say right there. Actually. Yeah, that looks more accurate. Okay, so we want this guy right here. But we want him right there. Is that correct? Yep, that's right. All right, let's just set these others to the hardest part. Cool, and then we got to do the lifts, which we had a hard time with these last time, I believe, because they didn't want to... This guy didn't want to do the turn. So if that's the case, we'll have to do it the strange way again. That didn't hook up. Did this one hook up? No. Why not? It looks like it should hook up. Well, I think we'll just do it from bottom to top then. Well, now I want to take this out. It's in the way. Okay. Let's try it one more time. Let's try it. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take it and give it. I don't think it hooked up to that either. What is going on here? Why am I having so many problems with these builds? They don't seem like they'd be that hard to figure out. Is it's off-grid or something? I think it's slightly off-grid. How? How's that possible? Looks completely lined up. This is just really strange. I don't understand why this isn't working. Maybe it's too far away. Maybe this needs to be moved out. Let me try that. So, we want it right here, right? Maybe it's... Let's go look at this other one. How's this guy hooked up? Seems to be just the same exact way we were already doing it. Maybe he's hanging over more? Let's see how far this guy... Nope, he's in the same spot. Well, we're going to move it out, because I think that's the problem. It'll just be a little different than the other builds. Make sure that's in the back. Alright, let's just reset both of them. Even though it might not really be a problem with the other ones. It's not hooking up. Here's how it's not clicking. Why? Well, that's really not going to work. Did it hook in? I don't think it did. See how it's not the right height? There's a weird height thing going on. You know what? It's because these are too low. See how they're not... Alright, let me try this. Let me try to reset the machine itself. Because I think the machine is not at the right height. See how it's a different height? Now I think it's going to be correct. Let's make sure it's... Okay, it's got modular frames. Let's hook up the power again. So we don't forget. Alright, now let's try it. And we should probably move this back. I know this is work I should probably wait to do, but I don't want to get it all hooked up and then have to redo everything. Alright, let's take this out. Make sure you set up the direction correctly. It's always trolling me. Alright, now let's try this. It still doesn't... You hear it? It's just not wanting to click. That should connect. It's still not the right height. Alright, I think I figured it out. So, what I read online, I did some Google searching, which is what you always do as a good IT person when you have a troubleshooting issue and you can't figure it out yourself, is that people said what they think happens with the regular metal foundation, and you can tell me if you agree in the comment section or not, is sometimes it'll sink the machine down into the metal a little bit. I've seen that where the feet go down in a little bit, but when you do it on concrete, it has a lot easier time setting it up properly. So the height difference made it so that the lift couldn't click in, because it was like slightly off, so it couldn't find the port, I guess. So this guy actually was set up with concrete, and then I reset him with metal, and I think it works with the metal, but I'm just going to use concrete when I set these up, unless they just set right up. I guess they don't have to mess around, but let's get this stuff out and reset this guy and reset all the dudes. We'll know if it works. Here, let me try to show you what I'm talking about here. So first, we'll just set these back up, right? Exactly how I had them. We'll see if we can reproduce this. I might not be able to, actually, now, because I pulled all this units out and stuff. Okay, he's good, right? That's what we want. And this guy goes down to here and turns. And then we need a new dude here. Now this guy should probably be fine because I built him off the first machine. So he's probably going to say, "Yeah, I'm totally cool. Let's just rock it, right?" Let's actually put some power into these guys so we don't forget to do that. I also fixed a couple of train issues I had. I had two of the stations not set to unload, so the pipe guy tried to just unload 2 cars. This other guy was going to... Oh, no, that was on camera. Then I had a weird signal error where it said it was looping into itself, which I don't think it was, but I took the signal out anyway. I think it works without it. Boom. All right, now it works. I think it's that height difference, slight height difference. All right, so those guys are in. Let's get some belt in for these guys. Let's start supplying, I think. No, we'll set the whole thing up first. Oh, good. These just work. That's nice. Let's set this up. Great. I think we're definitely going to be able to get both these builds in one go. How was... Wait. This is wrong because it was in the center. I do this in the center now. So let's just get this hooked up and take the other ones out. I don't do this anymore. Right? Because that's 2 different... As if I was making 2 different products. I do the jank build. The patented nether void jankety. Jankety jank jank is what I call it. So that's the official name. If you're looking for the patent, it's jankety jank jank. All one word. See, it's going to do it again here. So, okay, so we got a perfect example. If what I do is change these to concrete, this should now work. Just change the material to concrete. And it's funny that I've never had this happen in this series yet, in this season. I only used concrete slabs in my factories in the season 1. And then I was like, oh, I want to try something different. And never had this problem before. Now, I don't know where this is supposed to go. I think right there. 1, 2, 3. And we won't put him in until we test it. So let's do this. No, it's still not working. So you know what? It also could be that I need to straighten these out. It might not like these off-centered, off-centered foundations too. So let me try that really quickly. So the way I did that is I just do this and then build it, right? like that. Pick this guy back up. Try this one more time. I also had lunch in between episodes, so throat is a little bit not working out here as far as recording. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, everything's correct. Let's just see if he hooks up. If he does, then I'll replace everything else. So what it might have to be is I place all the foundations, then I build all the dudes. Yeah, see, it's a height thing. It's not wanting to do the height correctly unless I do it with regular setup foundations. Now what I can do, let's do the... Oh, there is a height difference. Weird. Why? This one has it too. Oh, I bet you I did it off the glass. That's what it is. Like, if I do it off the glass, it lowers it. See how it's lower? Interesting. And that did change the height. Micromanager. Okay, what I'm going to do here then... It would be really nice... Why don't I just do this? Let me... Sorry, I have a lot of itching and stuff. Let me change... Actually, I'll just micromanage this guy and that guy up 2, because that should actually get them on the same level. Yeah, there we go. See? That's what happened. Okay, so it's not that these guys are the wrong type of material or any of those things. It's not that they're off-center like this or anything. It's literally because I built it off the glass, so don't do that, basically. Okay, so let's take these out now that we know what we're doing. Let's take this stuff out. Let's extend this out. And then what we're going to do is micromanage that side up, right? We're going to take all this stuff out because now it's garbage. This is literally all... Actually, we could micromanage that whole thing. But first, let's micromanage this. We're going to change the material, right? We're going to micromanage it. And I can't do it when I'm in this mode. Okay, micromanager. We're going to micromanage... Nope. Nope, not that. We don't want to move that. These two things. We're going to go up 2, and we're going to lock it in. All right, cool. Now it's set up correctly, and then we can basically... I think we can just micromanage this whole thing up 2. So we don't have to replace all these, because I feel like it would just take longer. Actually, no, it would be way fast. No, because we'd have to rip them out and build them again, so I think this is just faster. Make sure I get them all. In fact, we'll click both sides and do it at the same time. So you can even see over here, it's down a little tiny bit. I didn't know it would care that much about that. That's interesting to know. Good to know for when you're using Micromanager, too, that you can't... If you're going to be linking stuff together, that really depends... Like, it cares if there's a height difference or not. It's, like, serious about it. I'll just redraw those two. So let's micromanage these two guys up to. Boom. Lock it in. And yeah, let's get rid of these... Oh, yeah, okay, we got 4 of them here that need to be gotten rid of. There we go. Let's just extend these out. There we go, that's super easy. Alright, cool, we're good. Now let's hook the rest of these guys up. Now that we know why that happened. Alright, we should be getting modular frames. They take a while, though. Nice. Running at 100%. There should be some going down the line. Are they not connected correctly? They look like they're connected correctly. Yeah, they're exiting. Oh, there they go. Okay, it was just waiting for the first batch to pop out. Nice. Build complete. Let's actually mark that off. That was, you know, that we had to pay for. Like, that took a little bit of work. Now we should be all set up for these guys. Let's go check to make sure we've got concrete. I'm pretty sure we do. We don't. Unload. Can he not get back or something? Where the hell is this guy? Is he still at the... Oh, he's stuck now. There's some reason he's stuck. Let's go check that guy out real quick. Oh, there he is. And I bet you wish your hypertubes are that fast, huh? There he is. He is upset about something. He doesn't know what he's doing. He says, I don't get this, dude. Oh, the signaling is not really what I'd call correct. I would say this needs to be one of these guys, a path signal. And I would say this guy needs to be a path signal right there, right? Basically, the signaling is not hooked up here. That means that has to be a path signal. And that means this has to be a path signal, right? And then we need block signals over here and over here. And we need them over here. It's already got one there. This should not be here because this should be one giant... Yep, it's one giant thing. Alright, let's put block signals here. Doesn't really matter. Now what's it saying? What's it? Signal loops into itself. I don't like these problems. You know, honestly, it should be this is over here. Because we're going to have problems if we have it like that. This needs to be one giant intersection. Yeah, we don't want this either. That should work. It's still saying there are issues because it paths into itself, but I don't know why. I think this is good. Maybe we just take out... Block has conflicting entry types. I don't believe so, but usually it's correct, so let's go look. Okay, we got path, path, path. That's perfect. Oh, that's inbound. So we'll put a path signal there, I guess. Yeah, that's the only way in. What other way is there to come in here? This way, that way, that way, that way, right? That's out. And this way, which it has a path signal. Good question. Why don't we remove this? I don't think we're ever going to have stuff going down this line. I've already thought about that as far as down there. I'm not going to have a line that interconnects these two locals because it's too much. I might leave this track here just in case I want to do something with it. So this guy's having an issue. Why don't you just stop then? If you can't figure it out, just stop. Okay, cool. He's going to wait. He's not going to go. Conflicting entry signal types. Well, that's an exit. That's an entry. Well, there's already a problem right there. Well, I understand why this is a problem. That doesn't go anywhere. That's an open-ended track, right? This has no exit point. I bet you this was going to say. Black has no exit. What's this guy saying? Black has conflicting entry. There's only one entrance. Oh, do you mean you want one here? Okay. Did that fix everybody now? There's only one entry. Let's just remove this and replace it. Sometimes you just have to it won't update. There's only one entry, dude. There. Right? Those are exits. That's a path because you don't know which way you're going to go. And this one's totally fine. It loves it. What other way can you enter here? Maybe I have like a signal on the wrong side of the track. And actually this should be back here. That's probably what it's talking about, honestly. There we go. There! It wasn't back far enough. Okay. Yeah, okay, okay. There we go. Fixed. Fixed! I can't post that meme every time, but I think about it every time. Alright, let's get back in here. Maybe we can beat the train back. Probably can. So we fixed our facilities. Here comes the train. It's going to dump that sweet concrete off to us. We should actually add another support right here. Actually, we can add two, because I usually do one every train. So let's add a support. I want to say it goes here. See, that doesn't really work, does it? Yeah, it goes before the train, it seems like. Let's add one here as well. Like a slight amount of clipping, but not really. Then these go up 4. Oops, that's too high. Sweet. And then we put that in. Bam. And we have a couple down here I need to do too. Alright, we're getting... Now we should start getting... Oh no, it's got to lift it and drop it. At least it's doing all the train cars this time. I've had a lot of really stupid problems recently. Like, just making dumb mistakes. Like, not complicated ones. Like, that was a sort of complicated signal error. Sort of. It was difficult to see. But some of these things, like, I turned half the receiving areas to unload. This doesn't make any sense. Right, when it beeps, we'll start getting it. There we go. Getting it. It should unload, too. Oh, yeah, we're going to get it faster than it unloads. That's right. Now we have concrete. Sweet, dude. Sweet. Now we just have to hook everything up. And the build should be... Oh, this isn't hooked up. Okay, well, that's bad. Now it is. See? Simple little dumb mistakes. Oh, we still have to hook up this whole thing. And it's going to need a balancer because this... I'm going to use this in 2 spots probably. I should just add another train. This is literally going to go all the way across the universe if I don't plug it in pretty quick. Because I think the next thing it's used for is like heavy modular frames. But those are in a different facility. I don't think I'm going to use these again. You know what? I'm going to set this up without a balancer. And we'll just see what happens. So the way I do that normally is just... Alright, and then we're going to want to split it. Why don't we split it like back here? Just something kind of simple, right? Well, we're going to have to merge it first. And then we don't need to split it. We just need to merge it. Let's do it right there. And then this guy, we'll do the same thing, but over here. See, we're going to use him again. Which is why, you know, he's going to be going this direction too. Why don't we just do this? We'll do it right here. And then we're going to eventually split him off to another build as well, because we're going to use iron pipe or steel pipes like they're going out of style. All right, let's get this guy hooked up. Should be really pretty straightforward. Wrong one. Boom. Okay, concrete is set up. So now we're at the same point. These guys are basically filling in these guys. Now, for this, we're going to do it the same way we did it before. We're going to do it like that. And then we will... That doesn't work, huh? Too steep. Maybe we move it out a little bit? Yeah, let's move it out. Looks like that's what we did last time. And we don't have... Oh, cool. Nothing to pick up. Great. It should actually be, like, right here. Oops. No. And then we'll split it later. Yeah, let's do it like that. That should make it a lot easier to get these belts in. There we go. Again, we'll be messing with this later when we want to split it all up. Okay, so what we have to do for this... is, why don't we have concrete on the outside, I guess? It's just like randomly speaking here. So we'll just turn it in on the same line as this. Right, like this. And then we're just gonna, this is gonna be pretty easy. The other one will be a little bit more tough because we're gonna use lifts. Well, we gotta lift this guy too. Weird. Actually, this guy's going to be easy because all we have to do is do this. Nope, that's wrong. Is do this over to here. Huh, that's weird, dude. Okay, cool. And then this guy is going to go to here. Nope. I don't know why he keeps trying to do that. Oh, he's going to go straight. That's easy. So this guy's the guy that has to go up. Okay, no problems. Let's get this in, then we're going to do the build. And he's going to have an issue. Can I put one here? That's not far enough back. I could put one there. No, it won't fit. Okay, well, we don't get another support. That's it. That's all we get. So I'm going to come up to here and then go up. Okay, so this guy's going to have... I don't know how we're going to get over there without looking super jank. I mean, it's going to be like, what? Ugh, this is bad. If I put it there, the turning is going to be too hard. Oh, no, actually, that's pretty much perfect. So we go to here. It's a slight bit of clipping. Actually, let's go down some. Remember how we like to go down to, like, here, I think it is? There we go. Okay, it's all set up exactly how we need it to be. Let's go over here and hook up the logistics, the splitters and mergers and all those things, and we'll be done. Alright, there we go. I don't hear any bzzing. Maybe I didn't set the, maybe I didn't set the recipes on this guy. Let's look. Steel pipe, not coming in. Just doesn't have steel pipe. Why? Oh, because I didn't hook up the belt. Well, that it does help if you hook up your whole supply chain before you complain. There, now it has enough, and then those guys have enough. They're already working. Yep, this guy's working as well. Sweet. All right, now let's just draw this belt out. Boom. Product going into the trains. That's what I like to see. And I already set up the names and everything for these guys, so we're good to go. It's just going to take a long time to fill this guy up. Like, he's getting a lot right now. I'm like, it's going to get a long time. It goes through the roof. It's because he was backed up, right? We didn't build him all the way out. See how backed up he is? But once that empties out, he's not going to be putting many in there. See, like, look at this guy. Hardly putting anything in. And we're going to have to expand this pretty quick, too. It's not going to take long before you're expanding a lot. And I know somebody was saying in the comments, like, you know, if you don't overbuild a lot, you're going to have to expand all the time. But we kind of have to anyway because our power can't keep up. So if we way overbuild, we'll never even get to assembly because we can't afford that power-wise. We already spent, you know, 2 gigawatts on just making iron ingots, which would be awesome, but we can't do that yet. See, our blue line is now, we're over the blue line now. So let's cut this off. I want to relocate the hub because I want to get our milestones done. I want to be able to check on milestones. Like, we need to get a motor build in there. I could probably do the milestone right now for oil processing. Maybe that's a good idea because I can just set those up and we start making fuel right away and get the fuel power dudes online. So what I would do with that is definitely I want to over pump oil and bring it all to an oil station. That's kind of a cool idea. The oil refinery will be giant. It'll be right next to. They'll have an oil receiving area, like an oil warehouse, like we're going to have for ore. And then that's just going to directly feed into the oil refinery, right? And then from there, we can move the fuel all over the place. I love having trains. It just makes it so much easier. I'm not dragging belt all over the damn place. I hate that. All right, so that's going to do it for this episode. We got 2 things built. Pretty cool. Couple of issues we fixed. Remember to send in your .saves to nethervoid submissions@gmail.com. It's on the screen. Check the video description as well. And I will see you on the next one. Stay frosty.